You're listening to the Rusted Robot Podcast, the #1 rated robot-related podcast in northeastern Ontario.
Welcome to episode 157 of the Rusted Robot Podcast with your hosts, Sean and Josh, for Sunday, June 18th, 2017.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Hello, I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations.
I am Locutus of Borg. Resistance is futile.
You're like a machine underneath, right? But sort of alive outside?
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton.
You're not quite, human, are you?
No, sir. I'm an android.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
Counterfeit, facsimile, replica.
We need some sort of robot. Ah, crap! I'm some sort of robot.
What are your prime directives?
Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law.
By your command.
Today we're joined by Katie and Shane. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Great.
Josh?
I'm doing okay.
Good. I'm all right, too.
That's good. All right.
Yes, all right. So, we missed last week.
We did.
I had to go out of town.
Yep. And we can blame you.
For the death of Batman.
Yep.
Very sad news.
Well, I wasn't going to jump there right away, but okay.
No, we're going to jump right there.
All right.
Poor Adam West, dead at 88 last week.
88's not a bad run.
That is a good run. Anything over 80 is not too bad.
And he did a lot of really great things.
Like what?
Well, he was in everything. He was in so many different cartoons as a voice actor. He inspired people as Batman. He didn't take himself overly serious. He was really great with all of his fans. He's just like a outgoing, super nice guy. Never forgot that he was still a human being, even though he was rich and famous.
What do you think?
I was saddened. It hurt. It's like, he's one of the live-action people that I watched a lot when I was a kid.
Well, sure.
Because they had 3 episodes back-to-back every day.
Of the original Batman series.
Yeah. So you burn through it in a short amount of time, but Batman.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep.
They used to only play 1 episode a day at lunch when I was watching them.
But they did a cool thing. Was it in L.A. where they shined the bat symbol on one of the buildings?
Yeah.
That's what it was? That was a neat tribute.
It's one of the better Batman.
Yeah. He didn't have to go around saying that he was Batman. People just knew.
You're a guy in a bat costume.
Right.
Who else are you going to be?
People should pick up on it, yeah.
You would think.
He was an inspiring Batman. All the other ones so far have either been brutally violent.
Yes.
Or they've been, like, they tried to do campy and funny, but they failed, like, bad.
Yes.
So...
Bat fail.
He considered himself the Bright Knight, not the Dark Knight, because of that reason.
Yeah.
He inspired people.
Exactly. I got nothing to say about this, really, because it's just really depressingly sad.
It is. It's very depressing and very sad.
Leukemia is a horrible thing.
It is. There's nothing good about it. So let's move on to something fun. Did you guys all see Wonder Woman?
I have not.
I have not.
Katie?
I have seen it, and it was glorious.
Wasn't it glorious?
It really was.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Best DC film ever.
It's true. It was really, really good.
9 rivets.
Actually, I agree. I'm going to give it 9 rivets. It was really good.
See, she agrees with me. 9 rivets. Why haven't you seen it? Why haven't you seen it?
I'm going tonight.
Oh, good.
It's fantastic. Josh missed it because he had to watch the kids.
Oh, should have brought the kids.
It's at 9:30 at
I
night.
don't think it was quite...
It was violent, but there was no sex in it.
Yeah, well, there's certain things that I think would have made Mina pretty upset.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Damien might have been able to see it, but he was so tired. Everything was beautiful about it. Everything. All of the Amazons were portrayed exactly how I would want them to be portrayed. And Wonder Woman was everything she was supposed to be. Like, they didn't crumple who she was as a character to make her fit like this new mold. They're like, no, this is what Wonder Woman's supposed to be, and we're going to make it happen throughout the whole film. And it was fantastic. But all of the supporting actors were totally still like a huge part.
Oh yeah, they were wonderful.
Of the movie, yeah. Like, they weren't just like, oh, well, we're just going to let Wonder Woman save the day because she can. They're like, we have to help her. She's like fighting our cause for us. Yeah, let's do this thing. Let's get out there and do awesome stuff. I'm not going to spoil anything about this movie.
We won't spoil anything.
So fantastic.
You have to see it.
I was very, very pleased.
Yeah, Captain Kirk did a great job.
He did, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is right, though. He could have been any actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a good job, but he didn't make me feel things the way that some other actors make me really believe that they are that character. He could have been played by anyone. He was still really good.
Yeah.
And he was nice to look at.
But generic pretty boy.
Yeah.
That's accurate, actually.
Yeah, but then again, though, in a lot of superhero movies, the love interest, who's usually a woman,
Yeah.
she could have been played by anybody.
It's true.
And in this one, Wonder Woman is very much the focus.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still important. He still has like a huge role in the movie. Like the movie couldn't have been done without
that character.
him, the character,
Right.
but it could have been done with any actor.
Yes.
Is the thing.
That's true.
Yeah, but they could have brought a somebody who brings the character to life more.
Yeah, I would have preferred that, but I'm okay with it because there have been other movies in the past that were also this level of good, and people were like, "Oh, it's the greatest!" So I'm okay with it. It's still fine.
Because like I get upset at the generic pretty girl girlfriend.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that this doesn't go beyond that, and I don't know if it's because this Chris, I can't remember his last
Chris
name. Pine.
Not
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth. Not Chris Pratt.
It couldn't.
Not Chris Evans.
Yeah, it couldn't have been those guys either, though, because I think that would have made the movie weird.
I think it would have made it better.
You can't put a Marvel person in a DC movie and not... Because, like, I go to see all the superhero movies, and having a main character from a Marvel movie being a main character in a DC movie, I think would explode my head a little bit.
You mean like Ryan Reynolds in Green Lantern and then Deadpool?
No, that was hilarious.
Michael Keaton was Batman. He's going to be the Vulture now.
That's a crossover.
Big enough gap, though.
Yeah.
Those are very major characters, though.
True, but they're 30-something years apart.
And it's Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but also, like, you know how sometimes, very seldomly, DC and Marvel will cross over at some point?
Yes.
If they ever decided to do a crossover, especially because, you know, like, Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth are very, very
and Chris
stabilized as being that character, if you threw them into a DC movie... And then at some point they did have some kind of crossover, they'd have to be those two people, and there would be this weird running joke of that, hey, you look just like me.
That's true.
Which could be funny. Like, if Marvel did it, it would be funny, but if DC did it would just be weird.
Well, Marvel almost did it. Vin Diesel was supposed to be Black Bolt, but he's also the voice of Groot. But it was a physical character that doesn't speak.
Yeah, see, that would be...
only speaking.
Yeah, that would be doable. Plus, they also alter his voice when he's like Baby Groot.
I am Groot.
Not that much.
Yeah,
You'd be
but
really
like
surprised.
a little bit.
Tiny bit.
Yeah. Not like a chipmunk, but...
No.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But yeah, Wonder Woman was a fantastic movie. There's a point in the movie that gave me goosebumps.
Which point?
Because the music in this movie is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like a certain music score that we are calling the Amazon song, because it just... They play it during every point of action where it's very like melee combat. When they happen to play that music at that point with the right amount of slow motion and action, it's really cool. And that gave me goosebumps in the big battle scene with where she jumps and then there's the battle scene.
Yeah.
That part. And then also there's another part where she climbs up a thing. I'm not going to say what it is. She climbs up a thing, and then with the backdrop being so dark and drab in color, because it takes place, you know, like in Europe, and it's really like drab and gross, like every other war movie where they're like, this was the war, and they just kind of make everything darker.
They leach the color out of it.
Yeah, so like...
So it's kind of like a sepia.
Almost, yeah. And then, but like, there's no other color really behind her. And then, even though her whole outfit is darker than, like, primary gold and red and blue, her outfit looks very, very bright, and then her skin even looks very bright against the background. They have the right amount of slow motion, and the music score is very epic, and that part there gave me goosebumps. You'll know it when you see it. It looks like a poster that's moving, because everything is just arranged so.
Now I need to see it again. Yeah. What did you think of the bad guy twist?
I knew from the beginning.
Did you?
I felt like that part could have been better.
Okay.
It was still really good, but as soon as I saw this person, I knew right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was not a surprise to me. It was still really good.
And in the photo, the black and white photo that she finds in the briefcase, wasn't she absolutely gorgeous? Like that's the best picture of her.
It's a good picture of her.
It's fantastic.
I found that, like, even in the photo, it was well done because that's how it would have been done, and people didn't know about, like, photo taking, and it was her first photo that had ever been taken.
Yes.
Her chin was very far down, and it makes her look rounder in her bottom half of her face because she's prettier in real life than she is in that picture.
Oh, I thought she was prettier in the picture.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's nice, but her head looked like a balloon.
Okay. I didn't think so, but...
No, maybe you weren't looking directly at her face.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, she's much prettier in person.
She's very beautiful.
Every point in the rest of the movie, I was like, she's so gorgeous. Her first picture, and she looks like a balloon head.
I didn't get that, but...
You only see it for a couple seconds.
Yeah, well. But great film.
Yeah, it was really great. I would own that movie.
Highly
it was the
recommend
first
it.
DC movie where I was just like, I want to buy that movie. Also, is it the producer or was it the writer who's like the director? That's what she is.
Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, she wanted specifically just to do a good superhero movie, not necessarily like a good
Female
superhero movie. She just wanted to do a good superhero movie, and she doesn't want to be a good lady director.
She just wants to be
She
a good
wants
director.
to be a good director,
As
and
it
I
should
think
be.
she accomplished that.
She did.
No.
It was awesome.
There are certain parts that I felt could have been better, but I say that about every movie.
Well, no movie's perfect.
No movie is perfect.
There are some that come real close.
I tend to be slightly more critical, though, of movies that I found were really good because I only have, like, a tiny handful of things where I was like, these things could have been done better. Because, like, in other movies that I watch where I'm like, it gave me a general feeling of happiness. I give it so many stars. But that's because I could not point out everything that I thought was flawed in it. In this thing, it was such a small amount. Those were the flaws, and that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
almost nothing. It was great. You guys are going to love it. It's so good.
Yep. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's talk about the controversy.
What controversy?
Lebanon controversy.
No, the sword down the back of the dress controversy.
Oh, that works too.
because now that's a thing. I don't know if you've seen all the memes and all the stuff online.
Yeah.
Right?
I think I posted it to my Jump City Facebook page.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes. What? What page?
Oh, the Jump City Facebook page.
What is that?
It is a comic book store here in Timmins, 229 Pine Street South, Timmins, Ontario.
And you work there?
I do. I am part owner.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. So do you have a dress where you put your sword down the back?
I don't think I do.
No. Well, that's what everybody...
I do have a sword.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're going to try it?
Uh-oh. I might.
So-
I might have to do it now. I'm not wearing heels, though. Heels are for suckers.
Heels are for suckers.
They are.
All right. Yeah, so the controversy is ladies putting swords down the back of their dresses, and it's dangerous, and you can slice your neck and your butt and all kinds of stuff. So
I don't think you
do
can
it.
slice your neck.
That's what the articles...
Only if you don't know how to draw a sword,
Yes.
which a lot of people who own swords probably don't. Don't do it.
That's right. Don't try this at home.
On the other hand,
Yeah.
I have a really fancy, pretty dress, and we have a gladius, which is about the same length as the sword that she was using.
And it would look super badass.
And it would look super badass.
I wouldn't do it with the gladius.
No, because you put the sheath in there, too. You have to, otherwise you'll slush your butt cheeks off.
Yeah, our gladius is too sharp for that.
Gladius is way too sharp.
Do the Kopesh, it's about the same length. And it's not razor sharp.
But it's got a weird bend in it.
True.
I feel like it's gonna ruin my dress. I can't draw it out with, like, it catching on something, because it has that one pointy edge before the blade.
True.
Plus, I can't stick a sheath that'll fit that in the back of my dress without it being, like, hyper noticeable.
You
It'll
see-
look like I have, like, spine issues.
See, but the thing these ladies online failed to take into consideration is that Wonder Woman was actually wearing her battle armor underneath, so her sword had a place to go. These ladies wearing dresses are not having that kind of...
Yeah, her
outfit.
armor forged for her by Hephaestus.
Yeah, that.
So she wasn't going to slice off her butt cheeks.
You would probably have to have a soft leather sheath.
Yeah, which is what I would do. So we have
Sewn
to
into-
make that.
All right.
That could be your Halloween costume.
Oh no, it's a bad idea.
Is it a bad idea?
Well, I can't chase children with a sword down my back. I do not have armor forged by Hephaestus.
You should get some.
I should.
Now, speaking of Halloween costumes, it was just announced that the Northern Ontario Expo is having a Halloween dance this year. October 28th at the Senator Hotel.
They are indeed.
Tickets are $20 each. How many Wonder Womans are we going to see there? Wonder Womans?
We're going to see a few, but we're still going to see a lot of Harley Quinns.
A lot of Harley Quinns.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would love to see Wonder Woman. Like, I would love to see, like, a group of ladies who go as Wonder Woman and Amazons, because that would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Did you notice that the general that trains her
Inconceivable.
is Princess Buttercup
I did.
Yes.
Yes.
from Princess Bride?
Yes.
Greatest movie of all time.
I pointed it out to Sherry, and she was like, no. And she's like, oh, it is Princess Buttercup.
But the problem with Wonder Woman and a bunch of Amazons,
Yeah.
nobody's going to be want to be one of the bunch of Amazons.
Well, let me be the generic Wonder Woman sidekick person.
I would want to be one of the Amazons. There's this woman who gets hit with a club and she doesn't move at all. She just turns and looks at the other one. She would be fantastic to be.
That and which one of their male friends actually gets to be Stephen Trevor?
Somebody with pink pillowy lips.
Pink pillowy lips.
He has very poofy, very bright pink lips.
I think that's more of a Chris Pine thing than anything else.
Yeah. I think that's all you really need, though. That's all anybody sees when they look at him.
Yeah, you just need a pilot's jacket, and World War I era uniform.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool.
It would be.
Yeah.
I don't have the hair for it.
Nor do I.
You could get away with it.
Well, there we go.
There
It's decided.
You're
You
Steve
could be
Trevor.
Zeus, Josh.
Yeah, why not? You could be Zeus.
You have both the hair and the beard for it. And you're very tall.
All right.
So it's decided.
I'm gonna make you a toga. 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 Second year in a row you can wear a blanket in public. It'll be great. It'll be way too hot again.
No, because it's a toga, so it can be a thinner material than you wore last year.
We wore fleece blankets last year.
I remember I was there.
That is too hot.
We were adorable.
You were adorable.
I was so pleased.
We were the Yup Yup aliens.
Okay.
From Sesame Street?
I also wore a toga last year. I was Hades.
Were you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was Aquaman-ish.
Anyways.
Yeah, so that's fun. So that's the Halloween dance at the Senator. Also at the Senator for New Year's Eve, we're having a gala.
Yeah.
But it's not a costume contest.
Yeah, that's a straight up...
Dress up fancy, go to the hotel for...
That's where I can wear the gladius in the dress.
I don't believe so. Although that would be cool. But no. So that's going to be New Year's Eve at the Senator Hotel. Tickets are $60 a person. And all these funds go towards the 2018 Northern Ontario Expo event. Which we're all looking forward to.
Definitely.
We are.
Yes, we are.
It's my favorite thing of the year.
Is it?
Yeah, my favorite thing of the year used to be Halloween, and now Halloween is a close second, even though Halloween is more important to me now than it was before because we have the added NOE dance.
Yeah.
But I still love the NOE more.
Very good.
So worth it.
So, did you hear that there's some Transformers news? I know Transformers is your favorite.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Big time.
It's become the land before time for you, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yes, because they keep making more and more and more.
The first one wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the first one was good.
And then...
Just like Land Before Time.
Yeah. It just got bad.
Yep.
And next weekend is the 5th Transformers, the last night.
Oh, wow.
It comes out.
Already?
Yeah. So here's an article that I got for you. The Transformers spin-offs are sending Bumblebee to the 80s and other robots to ancient Rome. Yes, you read that right. A movie about Transformers in ancient Rome. If they do not fight for the entertainment of the masses in the Colosseum, it will be a travesty. This is an article from IO9. Empire has a story out about the writer's room that has been assembled to keep Paramount and Transformers scripts for centuries to come.
Centuries!
Centuries, yes.
Oh my.
A Bumblebee spin-off, conceived and written by Christina Hodson, is being directed by Travis Knight for a 2018 release. Set in the 1980s, it will feature significantly fewer Transformers, concentrating on the big yellow star, and likely pitching a little younger tonally. Also coming is an animated prequel about the origin myth of the Transformers' home planet Cybertron, set billions of years ago. And discussions have been had about one set in ancient Rome. Setting the Bumblebee spin-off, it's going to star Haley Steinfeld. In the era when the cartoons premiered, seems like a clever way to incorporate the history of the franchise into the films. But pitching a little bit younger is confusing, mainly because the younger you go, the less interest there is in a movie set in the 80s. These days, the sweet spot for that is really people in their 40s. It's not like the 80s are one of those super cool periods that fiction uses all the time, like the medieval era or the 40s. But I am glad to see Transformers taking a cue from the X-Men movies by going back in time and also setting up its own giant continuity snarl to ignore.
Okay, so, set in the 80s, that's cool. That makes sense. It fits in the timeline of stuff established by the original movie.
Yes.
Cool. Alright. Ancient Rome?
Yeah.
Really?
Apparently.
What are they going to transform into?
Chariots?
Oh my god, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm going to hide all that in a chariot.
They're really little.
We're going to see a fight from a chariot and a Trojan horse. That's what we're going to see.
Ooh, but that's ancient Troy. That's even further back.
It's further back, so they could have seen it somewhere.
Yeah. Continuity snarl.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
I don't think they're going to pay that much attention.
No, they're not.
Maybe they transform into buildings
Nope.
and they don't go anywhere or do anything.
Well, it could be like Beast Wars. They could transform into like horses and stuff.
Or ships.
Oh.
Yeah.
Triremes or whatever they were called.
If they're in a Coliseum, that's going to be a horrible idea.
Well.
First games in the Coliseum had naval battles.
Yeah, they used to flood it.
Yeah,
They used to do weird stuff. Could you
However-
imagine being in a place that hot and drawing all that water and just filling up the Coliseum with it just to do naval battles? That's insane.
At the base of it, though,
Yeah, but-
watching Transformers do gladiatorial battles could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Except that's not what they're going to do.
No, but it could be awesome.
There's going to be one fight scene in the Coliseum, and that's it. It's not going to be cool because the story premise idea is terrible.
You don't know that.
I know that
It's going to be horribly awesome.
because they haven't been cool since the first one.
It's a great idea for a video game.
Yes, it'd be a great idea for a video game. A terrible idea for a movie.
I kind of want to watch the animated one.
The animated one doesn't sound that bad.
Especially, it's supposed to be targeted at younger people.
Apparently.
Like, I kind of get that, though. As a person who, like, grew up in the 80s loving that stuff.
Yeah.
I forced my children to love it.
It could be a Stranger Things crossover, too.
Yeah.
There you go.
Plus,
Don't
kids
try
love...
to ruin other things with their Transformers.
We could transform into the Ecto-1.
Ooh.
That's already been ruined.
Fight ghosts.
That's already been ruined.
I loved it. You can't make me not love it.
I don't like Ghostbusters to begin with, so I can't stand them.
Really?
No, don't like them
even
at
the
all.
original Ghostbusters.
Nope.
The cartoon.
No.
Ghostbusters.
You didn't like the real Ghostbusters?
Nope.
Oh, it's so
I watched
good.
it all the time, but
So
I didn't care for it.
It was an amazing cartoon.
It was great. Yeah, I watched it too.
just
I
not
got
my
my
thing.
kids to watch it.
As you should.
But Damien's favorite movie is Ghostbusters 2.
That's the worst one.
That was...
He loves it.
That scarred me as a child.
Why?
He stole babies.
Yeah, that's Damien. That's why he loves it. He thinks it's funny.
That's horrifying.
That's a staple of, like, a lot of movies.
It is, and I don't know why, but as a kid, that
Remember
just
The
scared
Labyrinth?
me
Did
a
you
lot.
not watch The Labyrinth?
I love The Labyrinth.
All of that is based around stealing a baby.
Yeah, but David Bowie. He just saves the whole thing.
Yeah, his magic junk, though, freaks me out.
I mean, if you're the Goblin King, you wear what you want.
Yeah. But he sings Magic Jump, and they do close-ups on his junk area. I don't like it.
That's fair. You don't have to like it.
Just that part.
All right.
And Hoggle. Anybody who pees while in your presence, the first time you meet them, don't talk to that person. Don't trust Hoggle.
I'm pretty sure it's still in talks, but I think they might be remaking it.
That's the rumor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Dark Crystal, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Last I heard, Johnny Depp was in talks to be Jareth. That was my reaction.
Johnny Depp needs to retire.
No, he's great. I love him in everything.
He's good, but they don't need to give him every...
zany role.
Exactly.
He grows a new face for every role that he's
No,
in.
he needs to take a break and give other people a chance to do zany.
Yeah, we need more Nicolas Cage.
His zany,
Oh, I would love
More
Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage.
his zany is getting old.
Aw.
He's overplaying it.
I feel like it would turn out to be a Willy Wonka scenario,
Oh,
and that did not go well.
yeah, I didn't like the Willy Wonka remake.
No.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
No.
It's
Don't.
truer to the book, but you can't mess with Gene Wilder.
You can't. No. And I tend to not watch Johnny Depp things because I'm done with him.
Plus, it just got creepier. Like, the book was creepy, but because you weren't watching it happen, it was
I mean,
less
Saruman
creepy.
Dad. It was weird.
Yeah. So many things about the remake that I didn't like.
You should tell a friend about it.
Spread the word about podcasts you think they would enjoy. There's something for everyone, from entertainment and lifestyle
To news and politics
and more. Share it on social media. Believe it or not, some people don't know how great podcasts are,
or even how to find and listen to them.
You can help change that with a click. Tell your friends about your favorite podcast.
Thanks for spreading the word.
All right, so we got more news. Do we want to read an email or do we want E3 coverage?
We'll hit the E3 coverage first.
All right, we can do that. Shane, you are our E3 correspondent.
All right, so where do you guys want to start? We have Sony, Nintendo, Xbox. We'll start with the biggest thing then. Xbox finally revealed Project Scorpio, which is the new Xbox One, the Xbox One X. It's about 40% stronger than any Xbox we've had before. It's about the same actually for the PS4 as well. It is a little bit pricey.
$4.99 I heard?
$4.99 American. So Canadian, we're probably looking at a little bit closer to $6.
Isn't that average though for an Xbox product that's brand new?
The Xbox One right now is probably a little bit closer to $3.99.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, even when it came out, it was probably still only like $4.50. In the UK,
Is that American or Canadian though?
That's Canadian. That's Canadian. In the UK, the Xbox One X is going to be around $3.50. So about what the Xbox was here. It will support true 4K, which is going to be absolutely beautiful. Xbox has announced they will be doing backwards compatibility for the original Xbox as well.
Oh, neat.
Which is fantastic.
I like when they do that.
Yeah.
Anything on the launch titles, what they're coming out with?
Yes. They are finally coming out with a new Beyond Good and Evil. The first one came out in around 2011, I believe. Which is weird because it was a rated E for everyone. You were a sports a journalist. The new one looks and feels exactly like Galactic GTA. So it has completely changed everything over the course of 6 years, 7 years.
Okay, so what's Nintendo doing?
Nintendo is finally giving us a Pokemon game on an actual console. The Switch will be getting a core Pokemon game sometime within the next future.
Is that good?
They've never had them as a core game on the consoles before.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's always been the portable game.
Ah, okay.
So this is massive because that's just so much more power and capability that they have.
Yeah.
If they can deliver something like Breath of the Wild with like that style of adventure
with
Pokemon RPG system thrown in, I'm done. Video games are done. We've reached the apex. That's all we need. Another large game that's been announced for Xbox, PS4, and PC, I believe, is called Anthem. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Destiny at all.
Yeah. Heard of it.
Okay. Online shooter, first person. This is made by BioWare, so the same people that did Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect, all those series. Picture it as an online third-person shooter where everyone gets a really customizable Iron Man suit.
Sweet.
Oh, neat.
What's it called?
Anthem. It pretty much hands down won E3 if you don't count the Xbox One. Personally, I believe.
Okay. What's Sony doing?
Losing.
Sony's not losing. They just didn't have anything that kind of came out and wowed everyone to the same degree. They are finally making a new Uncharted. Not with Nathan Drake. They've gone a different direction. To be completely honest, I definitely focused a little bit more on Microsoft and Nintendo.
As you would, yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the big wow thing other than the console? The most hyped thing you felt?
I would definitely say Anthem. Pokemon was pretty huge, however, I can't really count that. It was announced before E3. Nintendo likes to do their things separately just to get their own hype.
I love Nintendo. I support everything they do.
Super Mario Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
They revealed more about that. Mario's hat can actually steal the consciousness of anything it's thrown on. In the trailer, Mario takes his hat off, throws it on a T-Rex, and you get to control the T-Rex.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. What's it called? Odyssey?
So Super Mario Odyssey. It's going to be in the vein of Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64. It's a lot more open world exploration, which is really weird because for the longest time, Mario's human, right?
Yeah.
They have him based in a human city at one point, and all of the other humans look normal. And he's
He's
still
just
this
a really
short
ugly
little
human?
yeah, he's extremely disproportionate, and it's weird. He can also throw it on inanimate objects as well. I think at one point he throws it on a tank. We have more gameplay footage of Shadow of War, which is, of course, Lord of the Rings. They expanded on the Nemesis system a lot. Do you guys...
Nope.
No? Nemesis system, they've pioneered it in the first one, and it looks much more amazing in the second one. Basically, it allows every encounter to be extremely unique. If you run into an orc and he escapes, he will remember you, he will remember how you fought, he will gain fears and advantages because of that. If an orc manages to kill you, instead of just restarting, he goes up in the societal rankings of the orcs and becomes stronger. He gains more influence. He gains followers.
That's pretty cool.
It's amazing. As far as the story goes, you are one of the rangers that was holding the wall that surrounds Mordor. This all happens before the movies. And you become attached to, I can't remember his name. He's a wraith of the elf that created the ring for Sauron. So he creates you a ring that allows you to take over the minds of others. And you create your own massive army of orcs that, because of the Nemesis system, all have unique personalities and traits. And you use them to amass an army to oppose Sauron.
Wow.
And it looks absolutely amazing.
And what system is that for?
That is on Xbox One, PS4, and I believe also PC. And that'll be out October 10th.
Alright, pretty cool. Good stuff.
Is super awesome. I might have to buy myself a system.
You have no consoles?
I have the original Xbox, I have the original Nintendo, and a Super Nintendo.
We also have original Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
And a Virtual Boy.
And a Wii.
Weird side caveat. Minecraft is getting a 4K update, which is weird, yes.
More detail in the 8-bit game.
It remains blocky. However, a lot of the textures and stuff have become more realistic. So trees will now actually look like trees, but the terrain is still blocks.
I think that's kind of cool.
It's cool, but it clashes.
My kids love Minecraft.
It's like getting a 4K update of Tetris. Why?
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Very cool.
I'm okay with it.
Super crisp blocks. Got ya.
Yeah.
Well, Damien would love it.
Yeah,
Damien will love it.
Mina too, actually. Mina, she's afraid to play on her own sometimes because she has a tendency to float off into the atmosphere.
We played the other day, and night fell, and creepers were conjured. She was not a fan.
Yeah, she just starts screaming sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Damien comes and saves her. She's like, "Help me!" And then he comes over and goes, "It's okay." And he takes the controls, and then she's like, "Oh, we're safe now." That's why they're best friends.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Speaking of blocks, you remember a while ago we talked about the Lego set? Saturn, NASA, whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, I bought it.
Saturn.
Yes.
5.
Saturn V rocket. 1,969 pieces. All that good stuff. Came out June 1st. I didn't remember it until June 3rd. I went to buy it online. It sold out everywhere.
Oh.
And they were selling it for twice the price on Amazon.
Of course.
I did manage to find it for the right price, and I bought it. And it's still in the box, and I might just put it away and sell it for twice the money one day.
No, you're not.
Or I might build it. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Good job on your minimalism.
I know. I'm doing horribly with my minimalism. I keep buying stuff.
Yeah. And then, but you have no intent to, like, take it out of the box. You're like, I'll just buy it and store it.
Yeah.
If you're going to buy it, at least use it.
Yeah.
I am not one of these people that are buy it and keep it in the original packaging. No. It's Legos.
Yeah, I really want to build it.
Really, you're buying a bunch of spare Legos and instructions.
Yes. So
you're going to put it together.
I probably will.
You should.
I don't have anywhere to display it right now.
Put it together.
What about your shelves?
It's full. The shelves that I just built?
Yeah.
Filled with books and DVDs.
Well, that's cool. Isn't there space in front of those books?
Yeah, but then it would just look cluttered.
Can't have clutter.
You can't. A cluttered mind is a cluttered house. Or something. Philosophical like that. I don't know.
It's the other way around.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what I got also before I went away to my trip last weekend?
What'd you get?
Karen, one of the local Klingons, built me my head ridges.
Oh, you finally got your ridges
I
in.
finally got my ridges. So
Good stuff.
I'm going to join them for the Canada Day March.
Oh,
dressed
that
as a
sounds like
Klingon.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have your regalia yet?
All I've got is a T-shirt that has...
I can't wear a T-shirt.
It's a
Klingons
T-shirt.
don't wear T-shirts.
I know that.
They do in the hot of the summer.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
No, but if you have your ridges, you can't go in a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's because they deal well with heat, but not with cold.
Yeah, I have to make a trip to some used clothing stores to see what I can find.
Actually, this weekend, Fabricland is having a sale.
Is that
50% off everything. I think it's this weekend, and Karen's the one who posted about it.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So thanks, Karen. Appreciate it.
I always thought that curtains, like satiny curtains, or not, that like weird metallic curtain that you can buy like
Shimmery?
2 of them for $10.
Yeah.
They would turn into a really good Klingon vest. It would not be hard to turn those into a vest. And they're already lined. All you gotta do is cut them apart a little bit and sew them back together.
I don't sew.
Yeah, you just looked very unimpressed when I said that. And you're like, oh, never mind.
I know people who do, so
Yeah.
it's okay. Hey, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for an email.
Get what we got, Mr. Roboto. It's another email.
Okay, let's see what I've got here. Guess who it's from?
Sparky and Guns.
You guessed right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay, so the Power Rangers Walking Dead TMNT crossover extravaganza is the headline.
Okay.
Ready?
All right.
Okay. Greetings, encrusted Ed 209s. We are going kaiju crazy here in the truck. Well, Guns is. Godzilla is a clear franchise, or dear franchise, from his childhood, and his kaiju that best represents him would be King Caesar. He's a giant dog lion from the first Godzilla he rented from Blockbuster, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Underestimated and forgotten until it's time to get the job done. Then his true power emerges. The day is won, and he steps back into the shadows to be a legend once more. Plus, being friends with Godzilla is a-okay. Sparky's kaiju would be Kumanga. He would harness the fear he has of spiders and instill that fear against all of his enemies. Because let's get real, spiders are terrifying. Gun's question is, have you thought about what your game plan is during a zombie outbreak? Of course you have. The question is just a formality. Elaborate.
Okay, so
Here we go.
I have evaluated all of my associates that I know, and I have given everybody a ranking score
Oh boy, okay.
on their survivability index. The higher your score, I'm going to save you first. So, for example, Sean has a fairly low score.
What?
Your firearm usage isn't that great. You don't have any specialized knowledge that is required to continue survival. You don't have farming training, medical training, any of those. Your accuracy is sitting fairly low with a firearm.
Mm-hmm.
You're fit,
Yeah.
but we don't need that many more fit male generics.
I'm a generic.
You're a generic, sorry, man.
But I'm the comedy relief. You need to laugh during the apocalypse.
You're a red shirt.
Yeah,
Actually, laughter will attract the zombies.
no doubt.
My friend Ruth is lower than you,
Good.
but her dad is much higher than all of us. He's a doctor.
Ah,
So we
I go
have to save her.
I go save Ruth so she can save her dad.
I see how this works.
So he's a multiplying factor for her because he's a second step associate. I'm not friends with him. I'm friends with his daughter, which means I have to save the daughter to get the father.
I'm trying not to laugh my head off here.
Everybody is ranked. Everybody.
Uh-huh.
Even I have a ranking.
How's your ranking?
I'm not great because I'm kind of cripply when the weather's bad.
But she's got a good shot.
I'm a really good shot.
So she's a mid-range. Also, all females get a +1.
Right.
Because
we kind of need them.
Yeah. Post-apocalypse plan.
I can't keep plants alive though.
Yeah, you're not going to be in charge of the
botany.
Yeah. The farming is not going to be taken care of by you. Now, there are 3 categories of zombie outbreak. Local, area, global. Each has a different survival plan. Local, it's simply a matter of wiping them out. You become useful then.
Oh, nice.
Because you get to go out in front with melee weapons.
Oh, lucky me.
Red shirt.
Yeah, clearly.
Take this tire iron.
No, I'll give him a sword.
Really?
Yeah.
Do we really want to send him out, though? Then we just have to deal with more zombies.
Yeah, but if he can take out 3 and he gets turned, that's still
That's
+2
true.
benefit on our side.
That's true.
But we all know that
I
the
don't
most...
like this plan.
We have the red hood outlook of it.
Yeah. Okay, so then for area effect, now we have to plan out long-term strategy. Is there a safe zone? If not, we'll have to wait out until safeness can come to us from outside global interest, what coming in to wipe out the zombies. We just have to survive. I have 3 locations planned out, which I will not give out on the podcast because I don't want anybody going there when I'm going there. But I have 3 separate locations planned out in Timmins as my zombie survival locations. They're not what you would expect. Then if it's a global, the plan is get the hell out of Dodge. I have a location picked out far away from civilization where we can grow food, have a water supply, well defended by natural terrain. That's where we go. We gather as many people as we can of individuals we know and associated people that we know. And then we weed out those that will be a problem along the way. I have a plan.
Clearly, I have not thought about it to that
Have you ranked
degree.
Shane yet?
I have. I haven't tested his firing capability.
Okay, what am I ranking at right now?
You're at a 7.
I'll take it.
Out
Out
of?
of 50.
Oh.
You don't have specialized training. You're not a doctor. You're not a farmer. You're fit, and you have good rational thinking skills, and you seem to have emotional stability, though I haven't seen you under a duress circumstance yet.
Nobody's
So,
been seen under duress circumstances.
Some people have.
Not zombie type apocalypse.
I don't
stuff.
need zombie type apocalypse. I just need something, a car accident just happened right there. What do?
Call my husband, tell him I'll be late.
Well, that's what happens when you get hit. That's one of the reasons Katie has a higher status. She's very calm in stress situations.
That was a roller coaster. You said 7. I thought it was out of 10. Speaking about zombie outbreaks, actually, harkening back to E3, cult favorite State of Decay is coming back, which is basically that exact scenario. You are dropped in a multi-city area that's fairly large. You have to meet up with other survivors. You have to find supplies. You have to find a place to bunker down. You have to build defenses. You have to save other survivors. And it's all just surviving. There's no real story to the first one. It's just, here you are, survive. That's it.
Cool.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's absolutely amazing.
State of Decay.
Yes. Do you have a zombie plan, Sean?
Apparently, I don't.
Also, did you know your ranking in Josh's system can go up if you gain skills?
Yeah,
Well, that makes sense.
It's not a set skill. It's not a set number. You can raise your rank.
Like, if you guys come out skeet shooting with us,
Which I
your
have.
rank will go up.
I feel like we're living in an RPG now.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how Josh lives. It's sort of fun once you get used to it.
Yeah, so clearly I have not thought about my zombie apocalypse survival scenario as much as you have. I'm just gonna... I don't know if I should go with you or if I should go the other way. I'm not sure now.
Most of my friends, even if they have like a low... Because like he'll try and save anybody who's not a zombie, right?
Right.
It's just that he's directed at searching for people with higher ranks.
Right, well, I'm a mailman and I walk a lot and I can carry a lot. So
Yes.
that's got to be something.
It is. That's put into your physical fitness category.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you have a good physical fitness.
Yeah.
But you're a good overall able body.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
On the
Should
bright
at
side,
least get you
though,
above a 10, though.
you know, on the bright side, though,
It puts them in that range. Specialized skills, because you can be a doctor and a farmer and a master marksman and these all stack on. So you have to add, because a 50 is a perfect person.
What's your score?
Okay, yeah, what's your score?
22.
So would you save yourself?
Would I save myself?
everybody tries to save
Well,
themselves.
I mean, if you were objectively looking at yourself
Would I go
as a
after
different
me?
person, yes.
Depends on where I am in collecting the people of score values.
Okay, so let's say you're fairly comfortable, you have a good solid
I got
group of
some,
people. Yeah.
I got my 30s.
Yes.
Because the highest person I know is a 30.
Is it your dad?
Is that the doctor?
That's the doctor.
Ah,
The medical skills, really important.
yeah. If Josh was somebody else thinking the way he thinks critically, he would save the doctor before he would save himself.
And actually, I think
Yeah.
I should move my skills down, my points down, because I'm not as fit as I used to be. So I'm going to have to move myself down. I'm probably a 19 now.
All
You're
right.
objective about it. That's
I am.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
he's very
you're
physical.
first to be saved.
'Cause you're
Even
right
though
in the
you're a
back house.
7, you're 13 feet away.
That's true. I feel a lot safer now.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of people who I know who know about Josh's
Survival plan?
TZAC plan, Timmons,
Zombie Action Committee.
yeah, which you guys can be part of. At some point, we're going to hold meetings where we watch a zombie movie, we discuss how they did everything wrong, and what we would do, and then we share snacks.
Nice.
Sign me up.
And we also study Timmins and look at the resources available in the city and how we can defend the city as a whole from zombies.
Yeah, which can be used in other scenarios too.
Naturally.
Yeah, but a lot of my friends though, their only plan to survive the zombie apocalypse is to find Josh, and he won't turn you away even if you're a 1. If you're a viable, thinking human person, he'll take you in.
I might turn away ones. Ones have, you can barely move on your own. All you are is a person that can think.
Yeah.
If I have to carry you and the whole group has to spend time putting resources into you,
Aw, that's so nice, but everybody needs cannon fodder.
No, because a one can't walk or crawl on their own.
So they are very easy to outrun.
You keep running.
It's a waste of resources to take care of a one.
That's
a
true.
2 or more, I'll say.
Yeah.
A 1, you want me to kill you? I can end you.
It's merciful.
I would leave them behind and outrun them because it
No,
would be
because
easy.
there's no necessarily whatever causing them to be a 1 would continue over in the zombie.
Ah, yes, that's true. You know, Sarah can grow plants.
Yeah, I know.
This is true.
Also, she has animal handling.
Very good. All right, so the email goes on. Sparky would like to know what 2 TV shows you would pick for your ultimate 2-hour crossover extravaganza. His 2 would be TMNT and Power Rangers. It would be awesome to see what kind of trouble Shredder, Rita, and Lord Z would get up to. Shredder holding the power of the mutagen and Rita and Z's monsters. I think you would have a battle of epic proportions. Does Zordon give the Turtles more powers and Zords of their own? Does Donatello create some sort of upgrade for the Rangers? I think it would be a good crossover. Definitely a 2-parter.
It sounds great. It would be great.
What would you pick for your 2 crossover shows?
There's so many options.
There are so many options. Literally any TV show that's ever been in existence. 2 of them.
Huh, this is a hard one.
Josh?
Do you remember that show about the Space Marines fighting the Chiggers?
Space Above and Beyond?
Yeah. Okay. That
Mm-hmm.
and Battlestar Galactica.
Those would fit very well together.
The epic space battle you would have.
Yeah.
A 4-way fight between the Chiggers, the Space Marines, the Colonial Forces,
And the Cylons?
and the Cylons.
Yeah.
Just 2 hours of space fighting.
That would be epic. I'm going to pick Babylon 5 and Star Trek the Original Series because they take place around the same time frame, and I would like to see them in a 2-hour multi-part show explain the differences in the Earth governments, because that would be interesting.
So you want a 2-hour lecture on political structures in the future?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Sign me up.
Shane, what would you pick?
That's hard.
I know. It's all of TV history.
It is. For pure entertainment and good crossover ability, I would go with the original Transformers cartoon and MASH.
Okay.
But early MASH when it was still light and fun.
Okay, all right.
That would be great. I would watch that.
I think it'd be amazing.
And you would pick what? I Love Lucy and Cheers?
Oh gosh, no. That would be too weird. I would have a hard time picking between, I'd like to see Starship Troopers and Stargate mixed together, or
X-Files and Fringe.
Voltron and He-Man.
X-Files and Sanctuary.
And Warehouse
Oh yeah,
13.
Sanctuary was good too.
It was good. They're bringing back Torchwood.
I heard about that.
As an audio play.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You know, his actual suggestion though about TMNT and Power Rangers, they could actually do that in comic format.
Totally.
Because they've crossed over TMNT and Batman.
I know, I've got
And
those.
currently they have Power Rangers and the Justice League crossing over.
Seriously?
Yeah,
They
it
also
looks
did,
it looks good. It looks really good.
Was it Ghostbusters and TMNT?
Yes,
Yes.
Ghostbusters and TMNT got crossed over. So did I think it was like TMNT and Predator got crossed over.
Nice.
Yeah. I like crossovers. They're a good time.
Be a weird
Speaking of crossovers.
Well, let me finish out the email.
Okay.
As always, keep it rusty, and thanks for the nerd power in our ear holes. We leave you today with a verse from one of the few kaiju theme songs in the Godzilla franchise, King Caesar's song. Even the great burning sun pierces through the curtain. Beautiful morning sun, from sleep the star wakes. My Sparky and guns, beloved fruit of the coconut tree, we are waiting for you to be here. I probably didn't do it in the right cadence, but that's this week's email. And thank you guys. Appreciate it a lot. And speaking of crossovers, Katie, what do you got?
Currently in the comic book world, Looney Tunes is crossing over with most of the Justice League members.
Say what?
Yeah, the very first one has been released already. It is
No.
a crossover of Superman and Bugs Bunny, and it looks hilarious.
Do you have it at your store?
I had one copy, and I don't know if I still have it or not, because I'm not there right now. It's a 100-page special.
100-page special?
It's done with the binding like a graphic novel. And it's only $7.99 American.
So no staples.
Yeah, no staples.
Wow.
Yeah, we still bagged and boarded it though because it's the only one that we have, and
Right.
once it's gone, it's gone. There's very unlikely going to be more. But there's a few other ones that are coming out that are going to be great. There's also a crossover. I know we have 2 of them. Martian Manhunter and Marvin the Martian. It looks so great. It looks so great.
I think I saw that online.
That sounds amazing.
It really does. We have 2 of them at the store.
I really want to know who would cross over with Foghorn Leghorn.
I don't know. I don't remember all of them. I remember I ordered at least one of all of them because they look fantastic. We're going to have at least 5 of the Bat Season, which is a combination of Elmer Fudd and Batman, and it looks fantastic. It looks like a weird old like noir detective thing. It has Batman's shadow in the background and then a spotlight on Elmer Fudd who's hunting him. It looks hilarious and also awesome because like it looks dark, it looks broody, it looks serious, but then also it's Elmer Fudd.
How serious can you be?
Yeah. Oh, it looks so good. I can't wait to own that one.
And did you hear that the Black Lightning TV series may cross over with the Arrowverse?
No, what's Black Lightning? Tell me.
It's the Black Lightning throwing superhero.
Yeah, it's going to be...
It's from the 70s, where if you're black and a superhero, you had to have black in your name.
Yes. Like Black Panther.
Yeah.
They might also have Static Shock in the...
Oh, I saw the thing about that.
In Black Lightning, yeah.
Oh.
Which I think would be great.
So yeah, he's a retired superhero whose kids convince him to go back into the game.
Really weird premise.
It's going to be DC TV.
It sets up the standard model because he's the superhero and his daughters encourage him to get back in. So his daughters will be the assistant team that helps him do things, which is the standard model for the superhero TV shows right now.
Yeah, like Flash and Supergirl.
Yeah. So.
Which are 2 of my favorites.
Yeah. So it fits, and I don't see why they wouldn't connect it.
Right. They should. Everything should be connected.
I agree. I also agree that Smallville should be part of it. But
it should be. Yeah. They should have got Tom Welling for Superman.
I agree very, very much.
Yeah,
they actually talked to him about it. He wasn't opposed to it, but he didn't see the reason to come back.
He needs the money.
Is it because he didn't want to be typecast?
I guess, but he hasn't been in anything. He's been in a few indie movies, I think.
Yeah.
But nothing...
He was in The Fog.
But he's
which I never saw.
Forever ago.
I never saw it.
But he's hoping to break out. And you know what's not going to happen?
What was the last thing he was in? Cheaper by the Dozen?
Exactly.
Oh, I never saw that either.
Yeah.
So he should have come back as Superman.
Yeah.
Because, like, Brandon Routh came back into the superhero genre.
He's a Firestorm, right?
Adam.
Oh, he's the Atom, sorry.
He wanted Superman. But they're like, oh, we're not going to be doing Superman.
Oh.
And then now they're doing Superman.
I'm not a big fan of the guy that they got.
He's okay.
He's pretty generic.
He's very generic.
He could have been Steve Trevor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, if they would have brought back Tom Welling, I would have been very excited.
His character is cool. It's just... I don't know.
Anyways.
I don't know how to explain it.
The
You know when
the
an actor's
problem-
really good?
Yes.
Yeah.
The problem comes if you bring him in as Superman. Is he the Superman from Smallville? And if he is, that whole continuity
Is
problem.
this all canon?
That's true.
Yeah.
So you have your Aquaman, you have your Flash, you have your...
You know what? I really like everything they've done in the CW verse. Flash especially.
No, you got to call it by its proper name.
It's the CW verse.
No, it's the Legends Flareverse.
Okay.
The Legends Super Flareverse.
Legends Super Flareverse.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
And it'll be the Black Legends Super Flareverse.
Okay. Well, if we're looking at the Black Legends Super Flareverse, that is a tongue twister. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the Arrow.
Yeah.
He's basically Batman at this point.
Yeah, but they have no Batman.
They don't, and he has become their Batman.
Yeah.
Whereas if you look at the Arrow from Smallville, I found he was a lot more true to the comics. He was a little bit more lighthearted. When I think Oliver Queen, that's who I think of.
Hey, this is Stephen Amell, and you're listening to the Rusted Robot Podcast. I'm hanging with Sean and Bridget right now. They're telling me all about podcasts and general geekery and fun times in Northern Ontario, so keep listening.
I wouldn't have a problem with them just bringing him in, except for The Flash. The Flash is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to try to connect Smallville to the Black Super Flareverse. Black Legends Super Flareverse, sorry. But yeah, everybody has their favorite one or two within the Black Legends Super Flareverse.
Yeah.
And as it stands for me, it's Flash, then Supergirl, then Legends, then Arrow.
Oh, see, it's actually Flash, Arrow, Legends, Supergirl.
You know what, I'll be honest, I haven't watched much of Supergirl. I watched it a little bit before the CW took it over. I didn't like it.
Me neither.
Apparently, it's gotten a lot better
It
with
has,
the CW.
definitely.
I really like it.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I liked it all the way along. And nothing so far, like even their other crossover wasn't as good, but the Flash Supergirl crossover episode in the Supergirl, best episode.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was really good.
I found...
Because you can tell both actors were enjoying just playing.
Yes.
They were having fun.
What's the thing with the guy that plays the Flash? You can tell he fully enjoys what he's doing and he loves it.
Yeah.
Grant Gustin.
Yeah, Grant Gustin's fantastic. When the Supergirl first started out, before it joined the CW, I found it was too sitcom-y and not enough superhero. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what it felt like? Do you remember Lois and Clark?
Yes.
We really liked Lois and Clark, though. We own it.
Even Lois and Clark, though, I found there was more to it. Whereas this, they were just trying to put everything together really fast to catch up with the other shows.
I don't know.
Oh, it sounds like
I
typical
liked it.
DC behavior.
Exactly.
It was pretty good. Also, are you a bigger fan of Arrow?
I like Arrow. I haven't watched the newest seasons.
I only watched the first season of Arrow and then I gave up.
Rank your Black Legends Super Flareverse show pattern.
Oh, that's hard. Flash is definitely at the top.
Okay.
I go with Flash, Arrow.
Yeah.
If you like Arrow, if Arrow's in your top, you're going to put Supergirl towards the bottom.
It's because their feel's totally different, yeah.
Yeah, it's Flash, Arrow,
Everybody
Legends,
loves Flash
Supergirl.
the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Legends is definitely above Supergirl.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We've got it the other way around.
I mean, Legends gives you more snart, so you have to...
Oh, Snart is great.
You have to balance
yeah.
it out.
But we have it where it's Flash, then Supergirl, then
Legends,
Legends, and then
then
Arrow.
Really?
Uh-huh. And I've noticed a lot of that happens if you go over to the other side where it's Marvel. If you love Jessica Jones, you hate
Iron Fist?
Iron Fist, yeah.
I know very, very few people that legitimately enjoyed Iron Fist.
I loved Iron Fist.
I loved it too. I couldn't stand Jessica Jones.
Josh hated it. He loved Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones was good. It was drier than the rest of them, I'll give it that, but it had more substance.
Yeah, it was a story with meat on it.
See what I mean? And he hated Iron Fist.
And Luke Cage was fantastic, and
Luke
Daredevil
Cage was
is tops.
fantastic. Daredevil is clearly the best.
Luke Cage is going to be really hard for them to get wrong. Mike Coulter is absolutely perfectly cast for it, and it basically sits well within everything else.
I love the music in it.
The music's really good.
The first half of the season was fantastic. Couldn't get enough of it. The second half, it felt stretched out. They could have cut 2 episodes out of it and been fine.
That's true.
But the whole thing was just slow to begin with, yeah.
Even if you look at Daredevil Season 2, the first half, when they focused on the Punisher, was absolutely amazing. John Barenthal made that whole series.
Yeah.
The second half, where they were with Elektra, I didn't find it was that good.
That's true. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, we've come near the end. Do you have a hypothetical for this week, sir?
I do, but this is not one you're going to answer this week. This is one you guys are going to have to answer next week.
Okay.
Okay? Because it's a thinker.
Ooh.
I got thinking about space empires and space societies. Okay? Now, forgoing hyper-advanced FTL technology, because we don't have that, but if you were to set up a space empire with near-future technology, so, you could make it to the next star, but it'll take you a few years. Near light speed travel will take you about 6 years to get to that next star. What kind of governmental system would you establish? Because a straight dictatorship won't work. Loose colonialism, what kind of system would you establish? So I'd like to know what everybody thinks. And near future tech, near light speed travel, not faster than light.
Right.
So it's going to take years to get from star to star.
Yeah.
What kind of governmental system would you set up for your star society?
All right. For next week.
For next week.
Well, that's fair.
You're going to ask about politics?
It's space politics.
Space politics.
So that fits in the geek realm.
So generally, like, the part of Star Wars that nobody really liked, except for Sean.
Yeah.
You needed the politics in Star Wars.
That was his favorite part. That was everybody else's least favorite part.
People liked the politics as a background.
Yeah, but like the part with the Senate and stuff?
Yeah, no, but everybody talks about space politics, like, in the hypothetical. Like, oh, well, the Klingon Empire, it doesn't really make sense as an empire, because it's not really an empire. Because it's not. It's an honor-based feudal system.
Yeah.
Where houses rule. There is no emperor.
Yeah, but what would you call it, though?
It's not an empire.
Maybe it's just the closest word that they associated with it because their languages are not the same in the translator, universal translator.
It was named before they would think of stuff like that. Anyways.
All right. Well, that's fair. We'll think about that for next week. And Sparky and Guns, that's your assignment for next week. So thanks.
It's an assignment for everybody. I'd like to hear everybody's.
Yeah, definitely. All our listeners, you can email us at therustedrobot@gmail.com or tweet us at therustedrobot on Twitter. And thanks for being here, everybody. Don't forget to share the links with all your followers on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And remember, in the words of Adam West's Batman from the 1966 movie, of what use is a dream if not a blueprint for courageous action? If you'd like to contact the show, email us at therustedrobot@gmail.com. Our website is therustedrobot.podbean.com. On Twitter, we're at therustedrobot. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Darth Vaderloo. We'd be honored if you would review us on iTunes and like us on Facebook. If you'd care to support the show, there's a PayPal link on the website or go to patreon.com/Darth Vaderloo. Please check out Jump City at 229 Pine Street South in Timmins. And as always, if you like what you heard, let us know. But most importantly, tell your friends about us. The Rusted Robot Podcast. Think about it.
I could do this all day.
Hey, so what was Adam West like on the phone?
Nice guy. But it was a little weird to hear Batman say, "Don't ring the doorbell or my poodles will go crazy."
You know, Adam West is my favorite Batman. Well, after Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, and Batman from the Lego movie.
Don't say that to him.
What? He beat out George Clooney, and that's something. Like, I love me some Clooney.
Don't say that to anyone. Are you crazy? How can you put Michael Keaton in front of Christian Bale?
Oh, please. Even my poodles know Bale's overrated.
Thank you. That's why I say Keaton's #1. He brought a sense of humor to the role.
Oh, if you're going to factor in a sense of humor, well, I should be at the top of the list. It should be me, Keaton, Kilmer, Lego, Bale, and that pretty boy Clooney.
Really? You're ahead of Bale? The man who personified the words, "I'm Batman."
I never had to say I'm Batman. I showed up. People knew I was Batman. Everywhere I went on the TV show, mall openings, Julie Newmar's bungalow.
I'm sold. You're ahead of Bale.
There's another reason I should be higher on the list. All those other guys had muscles built into their costumes. All I had in my bat suit was 100% grade A West.
Can we just all agree we're worried about Affleck?
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
What's an Affleck?
This has been a Valley of Vanderloo podcast production, all rights reserved.
This transmission ends now.